Alright, so, let's go back to 2008, shall we?
In my pants.
2008 marked the moment when internet culture stopped lurking on the sidelines and crossed over into the mainstream. Memes and viral clips weren't just for forum nerds anymore. They were now defining entertainment. Some still hilarious to this day.
What really happened on that Thursday here at Augusta High School that led to Chris Wood's death?
The fuck is that? Shit! I'm dying in this fucking country-ass fucked up town.
And some, ugh. Lucky for us, one relentless Floridian was there to make sense of this new age in the most eloquent way possible.
If you type in probably smells bad, what do you think the first picture that comes up is? Did you guess Rihanna? I'd like to get her stank all over me.
The sixth Backstreet Boy, Daniel Tosh.
You think it's trendy for young kids in Japan to get tattoos of words written in English? I'm not very good with people either. Even when I was little, my imaginary friend would play with the kid across the street. Yeah, and I'd be like, hey, I guess we'll meet up later. And he'd be like, whatever, queer. Like, that's not nice at all. Look at this, watch this. I can do that every time, ladies. Am I right? I'll put it in.
Are you mad that it popped up on YouTube?
When I started looking at some of the comments, then I really got sick. Because some of these people, it's as if they have no life. So they go to YouTube, look at stuff.
Welcome to the internet.
Daniel Tosh is perhaps the most prolific comedian in the modern era, and it stuns me how many folks don't talk about him in their lists of best comics of all time. Having discovered him from Tosh.0 myself, he perfectly blended stingingly quick humor and challenged taboo subjects in a way that not only made sense to me and countless others in the late 2000s and 2010s, but of course, made us laugh our ballies off.
So you're in a high rise, you're in a building.
19th floor.
Oh, okay. So you've got an exit strategy.
His appreciation and knack for bastardizing viral clips was relatable to an entire generation of web junkies like myself. It's like he was a living funny comment, which today is practically a non-descriptor, but in 2009 when Tosh.0 premiered, it broke new ground.
I have to ask, does the carpet match the pubes?
Yet here we are in 2025, and again, I'm stunned how many old fans of Tosh don't know he's got a new podcast out, let alone know his history outside of Tosh.0 or that he still does stand-up. So today, we're going to talk about how Daniel Tosh pioneered dark comedy for the modern age, by analyzing his history in the stand-up scene, his passion for pushing the line, and how he broke the internet with Tosh.0 to become the sincerely snarky family man he is today.
Somebody emailed me and they're like, hey, dipshit. Which, for the record, is a wonderful subject line if you ever want me to read your emails. Oh, let's see what this nice fan has to say.
Before we dive into the infamy of Tosh.0, I think it's important to know where Daniel Tosh came from. You know, back when he was doing Taco Bell commercials and getting nominated for Razzies.
Looks like I'm gonna have to shove these love beads someplace special.
I think most people know Daniel's from Orlando, Florida and went to UCF, but a lot of people don't know that before moving out to LA, he spent some time in Miami where he did some interview-based gigs around South Beach. This was right after he graduated from UCF in '96. We're talking man on the street type interviews, kind of like some of the shit you see YouTubers doing more of today actually. He would just walk around clubs and beach hotspots, mic in hand, interviewing partiers, drunk spring breakers, clubbers, models, etc.
Do you have any current charges against you? Dropped, all dropped. That's awesome.
It helped him develop that snide, sarcastic voice that we all love, which would go on to become his signature. Most importantly, this gave Daniel on-camera experience and built up his ability to riff in real time. When you're shoving a mic in a drunk spring breaker's face and asking dumb questions, you either flop hard or learn to commit, double down, and laugh it off. Tosh learned to weaponize that awkwardness and tension for comedy.
Plastic surgery allows you the rare opportunity to make your outer appearance reflect your inner appearance. Fake. Which is a positive joke for women, unless of course you have fake boobs. Let's be honest, you're not bright enough to get that joke. How's that feel, whores? Huh? Yeah. Just keep telling yourself you did it so your shirts would fit better. You did it because you're a whore.
Truly, it was the kind of edge that'd either flop or kill depending on the crowd, and Daniel seemed to love that gamble. He was making waves around the comedy circuit in Florida, and by the time he moved to LA, Daniel knew the right way to work a crowd. His right way.
But I moved here from Miami. People complain, it's so expensive. Yeah, I know. Good. You can't afford to live here? Move to the middle of the country. That's what it's for. People that gave up on their dreams. Does that sting a little for some of you? Fucking go back to Kansas City and enjoy your meth habit.
In Los Angeles, he first gained momentum by performing at known clubs like the Laugh Factory, the Comedy Store, the Improv, and then graduating to performances on Letterman, Kimmel. Daniel was purposely offensive in a way that walked the fine line between acceptable and just wicked as all hell.
If you had to eat another human being to survive, do you think they taste like their ethnic background? Do you think Mexicans are spicy? Do you have to have chips and salsa before you bite into one? Let's go, everybody. Black people taste like chicken. What if that joke is the reason I don't get into heaven? Like I get up to heaven, find out God's black. Yeah, he comes walking up to me. Oh, that joke wasn't funny, motherfucker. Let me tell you something. Black people taste like chicken. White people taste like macaroni and cheese, bitch.
By the mid-2000s, he was going even harder, releasing his first 2 full-length comedy albums, True Stories I Made Up in 2005, and Completely Serious in 2007. The latter which, to this day, remains my all-time favorite comedy album and stand-up performance. This was when Tosh definitively came into his own, with that blunt, raw style we all know and love.
Right, what if I die, get up to heaven, and God's like, hey man, welcome to fucking heaven. I'm like, what did you say? He's like, welcome to fucking heaven. I'm like, you can swear? He was like, fuck yeah! It's fucking heaven. Like, oh! See, I was always raised as a child never to swear. He's like, where in the Bible does it say you can't fucking swear? I'm like, no fucking where.
Now, by 2009, times had changed. We were now officially in the digital age, and suffice to say,
the world went and got itself in a big damn hurry.
Daniel was keen to this, as was Comedy Central, evidently, when they offered him his own show in the same likeness as The Soup, or more pertinent to this video, Web Junk 20. Web Junk 20 was a show on VH1, hosted by Patrice O'Neal and Jim Brewer. Essentially, think of it like Tosh.0 before Tosh.0, a show where a host reacts to clips from the web.
What the hell you have to break to make a noise like that?
For the record, I fucking love Patrice O'Neal. May he rest in peace. But you could tell this show still felt like kind of an E or like an MTV Geico type of show. I mean, there was no audience. It was just reactionary, but we needed something radical.
Tosh.0 features videos from the internet and is intended for a mature audience. Comedy Central does not condone the activities performed and discourages anyone from attempting them. Enjoy.
Remember how I said by the late 2000s the internet was slowly reaping into mainstream culture? Tosh.0 gave us a level of expose and hilarity to these viral clips and online celebrities through the likes of which nobody had ever seen. There were now more average Joes in the know who had heard Chocolate Rain. They'd seen the Star Wars kid, and they laughed at that creepy, dramatic look gopher. But yet the mainstream as we know it now hadn't fully accepted web clips as legitimate entertainment. They were more a fun commodity you'd show your buddies at school or work. I mean, Lord knows back then they didn't have the financial payoff we see that comes with a lot of viral clips and e-celebrities these days.
That redheaded stepchild is Michael, and he parlayed a nationwide disgust of his hair into over 32 million hits on YouTube, which translates into roughly $8.
Nobody with a platform like Daniel Tosh had ever deep dove, interviewed, or presented these eccentric online figures on mainstream television. At least, not in this way.
It's me and Daniel Tosh, and we're chillin' in LA. Doing push-ups and getting girls all day. And we're never ever going back home. Cause now we're best friends and we'll never never be alone.
And it wasn't just that Tosh.0 was a hilarious show. By Web Junkie standards, if you got on Tosh.0, it was like you were edging on legitimate celebrity status, coupled of course with Daniel's cheeky observations. I remember watching the WoW Freakout Kids Web Redemption in Season 2 with my brothers being like, holy shit, I know that video, dude! But meanwhile, my brothers are like, the fuck are you talking about? Who is that guy? Why is he shoving that thing up his ass?
Up his ass.
Legit though, it was like Daniel Tosh was speaking to the new generation of web junkies like myself.
Yeah, you mad, cause I'm God.
The flat brim hat is the modern day dunce cap.
And he offered one simple thing that other clip shows simply didn't have: genuine intention, which manifested into the core segment of Tosh.0 itself, the web redemption.
Florida's where you got your street cred?
Honestly, I got my street cred in everywhere I go.
Okay.
Like my mom told me when I was growing up, Brian, sooner or later people will respect you for being a real ass.
That's what your mother said.
That's what my mother told me.
Oh, that's a sweet woman.
Daniel offered a sincere relationship with everyone he brought on the show. He'd make jokes, sketches, and ask blatantly inappropriate questions to tie the whole interview into one hilarious bit.
Why did you get put in juvie in the first place?
It just all adds up right now.
Sure.
I got 14 felonies.
Well, we're glad to have you here.
Me too.
All while holding a genuine conversation with everyone he redeemed. This is pretty easy to see in the early seasons, especially with Daniel even breaking character. Sometimes he couldn't help but just come straight from the heart.
Who's your favorite character on Family Matters?
Hard to say. Really, I can tell you it ain't Urkel, though. But to tell you the truth, I don't really have a favorite character in that show.
You be my favorite person on this planet, hands down.
Tosh.0 aired for 12 seasons from 2009 to 2020, and as a result had the benefit of capturing multiple generations of web entertainment. It evolved as content evolved. There were countless individuals whose virality brought them on Tosh.0, whether through a web redemption, a side interview, or a funny clip, many of whom we still recognize today and have gotten even bigger. Chris Crocker, David After the Dentist, N64 Kid, Tayzon Day, Shoe Nice, Froggy Fresh, Review Bra, Houston Jones, Nikocado Avocado, Dr. Pimple Popper, fucking Rebecca Black, and that's only 11 out of 191 episodes of Tosh.0. I mean, Daniel's appreciation for these eccentric e-celebrities was real, as was his appreciation for stand-up comedians. He'd bring on comics like Chris Rock, Dom Irrera, Todd Glass, Joe Rogan, and my personal favorite, Doug Stanhope, to contribute to some really funny bits.
What do I got? What do I got? Herpes. Yeah, but it's on my dick. Gotcha. Stupid dogs.
Always pushing the line, but always staying true to his genuine nature. It's like once people got to know who Tosh really was during these interviews, they started to understand his game, so to speak. He acts like an asshole for the bit, but in reality, he's a really nice guy who cares and wants to make sure everyone's having a good time. Even when dealing with hecklers, Daniel keeps it relatively light compared to other comics known for dark material like his.
See if you guys can not talk so much, okay? All right, thanks. I know you guys are really drunk. I wish when I came out the first time and I was like, hey, don't have them sit here, I was serious and they didn't think I was, because I really didn't want you there.
Oh, fuck all you people. You know what, you fucking losers? I hope you all fucking die, and I hope the fucking Eagles never win the Super Bowl. Go fuck yourselves.
Okay, guys, you're fucking so ridiculous. Give me your fucking drink right now, you piece of shit. Give it to me. God damn it. Why would you fucking let them sit there? It's so ridiculous. I don't know. Go through there. Go through. Yeah, I want you to take those two front seats right now. Yeah, you got tattoos. They'll listen to you. This guy's my new protector. Thank you very much. I will not fuck with you. Are you? Oh, no one's gonna fuck with me. I love this man. I picked the right guy. I picked the right guy in my head.
All of you collectively suck a fucking dick.
Daniel's flirted with the line of decency practically his entire career. I always notice one thing he's had in common with comics who have stood the test of time and reaped influence into the modern age: sincerity. He's unapologetically, unabashedly himself, while pushing the line further and further until nobody has a clue what he's talking about. Everybody's laughing. These days, he's a family man with a podcast, Tosh Show, where he interviews anyone he finds interesting, from his wife's gynecologist, to his plumber, to his surfing buddies to his wife. Daniel's continuing to cultivate his raunchy style with an entirely new generation of web junkies, and of course, longtime fans like me who just miss him making us laugh. And while it's kinda similar to Tosh.0, he has some raunchy questions, I like to think he saves his truly dark style of comedy for his stand-up shows, where he's still going strong today. So go check out Tosh Show, go rewatch Tosh.0, and while you're at it, throw me a sub. Plenty more where this came from.